Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to today's market update. As you guys know, I like to prepare my charts at the end of the week. I already did my journaling and reflecting for this week, and yesterday I posted about my break-even week and a mistake I did, and that's why I reflected and journaled a bit more than usual to really think deep into this flaw and learn from it. So the next time I'm more aware of these things. So yeah, let's start here. Overall, I have this Model 1 distribution here, and we are maybe redistributing around the extreme supply, and until we don't take out this high, the model is not invalidated. But here on the daily time frame you can see that we have two candles down, we have two candles up, but we don't have two candles down. So this tap merges together with the third tap on this time frame. We have two candles down, we have minimum two candles up, and now this could be a higher time frame Model 2 that actually distributes. So I'm staying extra sharp today and Monday, because I really think that this can be the pivot. With the front run of liquidity here, we had a nice bottoming formation, went up. Here we have no wick starting the month of May, and I can already tell putting in the low on the first minute of the month is very, very low probability to hold. So you can see there's no wick. And often when a candle has no wick, that will get fixed. I don't know when, but it gets fixed. This means we can take out this high and then distribute. We can take out this high and distribute, and this would still be valid as a Model 1 on a higher time frame, or it would be a Model 1 into a Model 2. So yeah, this range is still valid, and people calling for higher prices and 40, I think a 84k level are many people looking here on X. So I think that we won't get there, because when everybody is watching it, we usually don't get it. An example I have here is the all-time high from 2021, where we had our distribution. Reminder, we front ran liquidity like here. We got the confirmation, went down. At the end of April, we got the push up. Here it was the end of April. We got the push up. We redistributed at extreme supply, redistribution at extreme supply, and everybody was calling for higher prices, for a new all-time high. So in this case, of course, it is not a new all-time high, but everybody is calling for a breakout, for an 80k level. And what if, and we don't have the confirmation yet, but we redistribute here and went down, because this liquidity level on the monthly open, you can see the monthly open here was here, okay, but it was a redistribution like here. So more locally, talking about the redistribution, we have our 1, we have our 2, we were compressing here, and this candle, I saw so many postings about the breakout, And if I put the volume here, you can see down here that so many people longed the high because they thought this is a breakout. If this was actually just manipulation, we went down and now we are coming up again. I think there's a little demand down here. But this can be seen as manipulation. So let's see, do we have 2 candles? It's a bit ugly, but I will leave it like this. And now we are coming up. So disrespecting this supply will mean, at least for me personally, that we will get to this liquidity level here. This is the first lower high of this downwards movement. And if we get a quality retracement with a break, I will short this. And I found another thing very interesting here on my X follow, if you haven't followed me. So you see we have here our Monday pivots, and since the end of March we always had the weekly pivot on Monday 2 a.m. in my time. It's GMT +2, so European time zone. And here we always had the Monday pivot around Asia Open. And this time, this week, the first time after 5 weeks, we had the pivot on Monday. So this maybe can indicate a shift in algorithmic price action. And this could mean that this algorithmic price action got changed here. And now we are trending down on the Monday pivots. So in confluence with this, here I put the maximum time displacement would be here 127 bars. And this would mean around Monday 7 in the morning this had to confirm. So either we are now slowly coming up, building liquidity, maybe Asia does a push up and then breaks, or we push up and go even higher and take out this high. But I think there is a probability that we distribute around here, and this can be a pivot. And I can already tell you, if we get the confirmations, this will be a very refined entry where you can already be up like 5% to the local range. You can de-risk and play it like this, taking partials on the way. But for example, take out here a bit, like 10%. You can take out here about 10%, 20%, and down here take the rest, or leave a runner until here. But this can be a massive position if we get it. And this is a bread and butter environment when everybody is expecting higher, and you get such a clean range in premium with extreme supply mitigation and such a nice manipulation. Yeah, and I had a second chart that I wanted to show you guys. It was here. Because here we had the exact same thing. Our first step here on end of April. Here on the 1st of March, I think it was the let me see. Around here we had the Fed meeting too, and we rallied into May, and the 3rd of May was the second tap. Here it was the 2nd of May. We had a manipulation phase up here, or a model 1. And on the 5th of May, but it was a Saturday here, we got the confirmation. So it can be that we already go up today, we break, go down, Asia opens, retest, put it in the weekly high and distribute. So these are only ideas that I'm having, and of course we need an invalidation of this idea. An invalidation would be if we, well, I have to clean up this chart really, but yeah, an invalidation would be if we close candles above this fib level, or actually, but this would be a very steep deviation, a close above 81k would be an invalidation for this idea. But we don't have the invalidation yet, and we got lots of opportunity here. So this is my main focus for the upcoming week, getting the short on Bitcoin, and in confluence with Bitcoin, short some other altcoins. For example, here it's a bit contradicting, but these highs on ETH are stacking up while Bitcoin is building higher highs, ETH is building lower highs. So there is an opportunity, but I don't know how it will play out. But that we push up higher aggressively, taking out these highs here, mitigate this breaker block and go for a model 1 and distribute then. But we will see. I have my alerts set. I won't trade any break of structure here, because here we have a model 1 into an extended model 2 with a 5th tap and a 6th tap, and usually I only use these to de-risk and not to enter, because here we are building liquidity back and you are asking for getting stopped out. So if you see ETH going higher aggressively, we get a nice topping formation here. You can trade this and short it. No financial advice, of course, but this is my idea here. And with this order flow of Bitcoin, I'm looking at paper, as I said. If we get the push up a bit more aggressive, it won't stop me to short a breakout structure here. And on Fartcoin, I'm looking for a potential short, but I have to see if I get it. Here we have a low time frame accumulation that maybe pushes price up at extreme. Let's see here. So a very clean model, but the RR is not worth it. So if you would have entered here, this would have been like 1.7 RR. You could have waited, but I don't want to trade such a low time frame model. It only has like 7 hours. So this will do its job to go up, mitigate supply, and then go down. I elaborated on this idea many times in the past market updates. So if we get it, it would be a nice play. Something like this I'm looking for. I would keep my stop loss here, because technically speaking, you can trade if I had the position from here, which I exited down here because I thought I would get stopped out. Very weak mindset here from my side, but I journaled on that, so it's okay. But I could have traded my stop loss here and de-risk my position by a lot, and now be nearly risk, or no, not risk free, but I think my entry was around here, so I only would have risked like 20% of my position. But if we get something like this, stop loss above here, if we break this low, I can put my stop loss to the supply mitigation and be break even on this idea, but with massive follow through, even down here if you want. But yeah, this is my update for Bitcoin mainly. USDT as Confluence. Just want to show it. So we got our 1, 2, and we got the same point of interest like on Bitcoin here. Yeah, we got another level here. So these two liquidity levels I'm watching at USDT as Confluence for Bitcoin. So if we get the move down, break, this can be a supply mitigation for lower prices and maybe take out all these lows, or this is an reaccumulation and this is probably fake supply because it was exactly on the first minute on May, and if this doesn't hold, I'm expecting some reaction away and then a push up, because here is only liquidity. So, and the context of course is, as for now, a confirmed model 2, extended model 2. So as for now, this can be a reaccumulation for higher prices. That is my update for the upcoming week. I hope you learned something. Leave a comment, and if you want me to do TA on some coins, tell me which coins. Thank you for watching. Stay sharp, stay grateful, and we see you on the next week. Bye.